Welcome to Hops News, the trusted source in beer culture news. Here's your host, Jay Brew.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Hops News. Got a good one lined up for you today. Gonna have Big Rick here join us in just a minute from Central 28 Beer Company down there in Florida near Hoppy. So looking forward to talking to Rick. We've been chatting. He's a good dude. Sounds like we're gonna have a great episode for you. Before we get to that, though, we'll go check in with the crew, and it's lager days. Definitely lager days. This is a Noda Brewing lager days. This will be on my tailgating rotation for sure. 4.5%. I can start crushing these motherfuckers about 6 in the morning, watch the sun come up in the parking lot, and might be able to crawl out of the stadium before the game's over. So looking forward to this beer. This is a great one. This is picked up a 4-pack of these here in town the other day, and this is the second one out of it, so it's pretty good. Good episode lined up. Before we get to the guest, let's go check in with Hoppy down in Orlando. Hoppy, how are things in Orlando?
Things are, well, I don't know, that's hard to say right now. Things are good and things are terrible, but in my house, things are good. I am drinking our beer from our guest, Central 28, and this is Sunshine Greetings, so very Florida can right there. It's a wheat ale with orange and hibiscus, so this is a great crushable beer. It's only like 4.8%. So this is a great by the water, outside. Yeah, it goes down really easy, and I love the can. Super cute. But that's pretty much all that's going on in Florida. Not much.
It's just how we like them, easy.
Yep.
Going down easy. I love it.
That's kind of so we've got some football coming up next week. Looking forward to that. We've kind of changed ECU's name to EZU, and they're not fans of it, so should be a good game Thursday. Yeah, Hoppy, good to have you. What's the weather like in Florida? Balmy, gold bond status.
It's 90, so I mean, cooler than you guys have been experiencing this summer, I guess. I love it. It's not 40 degrees like Matt has, so I'm happy.
Oh.
I can handle the heat.
MASH is already looking to fall temperatures out there. That's
48 in the morning and it's 90 in the afternoon.
I don't know what to do with that. That's just ridiculous.
Fucking A, man.
That's
How do you
living in
dress
one of the
for
worst
that?
states of America for you. How do you dress for that? You just think about, never mind.
I mean, do you wear like a bathing suit under a snowsuit? Like, I don't even know how I would handle
Well, I'm in my government attire during the day, so it really doesn't make a difference to me. And I wear long sleeves and shorts, even if it's 105 degrees, so it's all good.
that. All right.
I don't understand that. So, Hoppy, I have to say, when you sent Big Rick's name and his title today, I kind of figured what Big Rick would be, but I definitely underestimated the big side of it. When he stepped in front of that camera, I told him, I don't think you were here, but I was like, now I see why they call you Big Rick. That's a big gentleman that we're going to talk to in just a minute. So appreciate you lining up the guest for us tonight, for sure.
I got to give a shout out to my friend Jess. She's actually the one that coordinated it. So I met Rick through Jess.
Nice.
So here's to you, Jess.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to trying the beer whenever it shows up in North Carolina, because that
should be
seems
there in a couple days.
seems to take longer to get from Florida to North Carolina than it does Idaho. So it's interesting how the mail works. Maybe they know it's beer this time.
It's because I'm number one in hearts and minds.
Well, it's because I sent Matt's first.
Oh, now we got
this
the
for
truth.
a while, though. I've had this
Yeah.
for a while.
Mash, how's things going in Mountain Home, Idaho?
Things are going pretty well. I earned a promotion today in bottle sharing. I found out I'm like, I don't know. Chris said it was like community coordinator. I'm doing like all their community programs on top of all their social media now. So I'm playing a really big role within bottle share now. And I got invited to an event in Denver where they're going to be doing a new collab beer. And the label I sent you guys was actually that it has Chris's brain on it, which is pretty rad. And then we're going to actually have them on as a guest in 2 weeks. Chris and Woods Boss Brewing from Denver. So lots of big things kind of came out of nowhere. And other than that, it's Idaho. So, God, it's just Idaho. I'll leave it at that.
So isn't-
Nelly was here last night, actually. Funny enough, Nelly was here last night performing at the state fair. So that was a scene.
Oh,
And
is
the
it getting
crowd was
hot in
about
there?
what you expected for Idaho.
Interesting.
So
So, Mash, isn't there a clause in the military if you make a certain percentage above your military pay that they can let you out of your contract? You got to be about there with everything you're doing with bottle share, huh?
No, I'm not even getting paid yet. That's the thing is I'm just, we haven't hashed out, if I get paid, I get paid. And other than that, Uncle Sam is still paying my bills right now. So I'm not like pinching pennies. I don't really worry about it because, I really love what we're doing in bottle share. The most recent release and collaborations we're raising $18,000. So he'll be cutting a check out for that here soon. And then on the past year, I want to say it's been like close to $120,000 again that we've raised. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just working for Uncle Sam, and then guess what? If something great happens with bottle share, then I can happily get out of the military. Then I will be upriver swimming as fast as I can to that opportunity, which is actually what I'm drinking right now, upriver from our guest tonight. So thanks to Lauren. I got 2 of their beers, but only one actually survived the trip, which is the first time that's ever happened.
Rest in peace.
Somebody,
poured one out for the homies.
somebody get this man a contract.
We got lots going on, and I was actually, if I go to Chicago next month and Brew Witch is there, we were talking about possibly doing a live tasting event at Empirical Brewing. So
Oh, hey, thanks for the invite.
hey, well, I mean, I'm gonna be in Chicago. Come on, it's my birthday weekend, and that's why I picked it. And the Packers are there, so there's all sorts of reasons to be there.
Oh yeah, brother.
What the hell's a finger steak?
The finger steak. What?
Tracy just put in the comments that Idaho has finger steaks.
Yeah, it's fries. That's what they call fries. Finger steaks.
Finger
Fries.
sticks.
Here. Fry sauce,
interesting.
finger steaks, fries. Like, it's almost going to be hunting season too. So I'm going to start getting people. Like, I have friends that are going to go hunting for moose, elk, all sorts of stuff. So I'm hoping I get to try some pretty crazy things this winter.
Nice.
Oh, deep fried and battered steak. Oh, my bad. I thought it was like steak fries. That's weird. Yeah, I don't even know. She's been here one time. I've been here 2 years, and she knows more than me.
Hey, Mash, thanks for joining us. Awesome work you're doing there with bottle share, man. It's great to see you doing good things with those guys.
Okay, and thanks, Rick, for the beer, man. You guys are doing awesome.
Brew Witch, how's things going there in Lake Bluff? Actually, I got your wrong one on here. I've got your Germany one on here tonight. So just so you guys know, I had to throw everything together again at the last minute because of the technical difficulties we were having. But up there in Lake Bluff, Illinois with us, how's things going in Lake Bluff?
Things are going well. I have not been up to too much the past week. I've been dog sitting for days now, so I've kind of just been like laying low. I also am experiencing technical difficulties. My computer wasn't having it, so I'm calling you guys on my phone, and to prop up my phone, I have it. The family has like grandkids, so I have the phone propped between like 6 bubble canisters, like blowing bubbles, and that's how I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, innovation comes standard here, you know. So yeah, things are going fine. I'm also drinking Sunshine Greeting, which is what Hoppy was also drinking. It is very refreshing. It's great. So I'm sipping on this. I have upriver next in case I get to that. We'll see. I've not grown up too much. I posted an article sometime in the past week.
Oh.
It's about I said I'd do this months ago, and only just started doing it. I am writing articles about like brewery crawls in Chicago. So I did my first one. It's basically two northern neighborhoods. It's where my favorite ones are. So like Empirical is there, Dovetail, and all the other places I love going to. So that's essentially all. Happy to be
Nice.
here.
Back from travels. Good to see you again. Let's go check in with Lucky there in Milwaukee.
What
Lucky.
up?
How are things going in Milwaukee?
Things are going well. It's not quite 48, but it's cooled off a little bit. The past couple weeks, it's been like high 90s and extremely muggy, but it's going well. I'm drinking something a little stiffer. It's Grim Dark, I think, from Age Right Theory.
Ooh.
It's really, really good. It's 12%, but I am back on the stand-up grind up here. So I did my first open mic on Sunday. It was the first one in like over a year and a half since pre-COVID. So I've got another one tonight. So I've got to, get the big guns out, get a little loosened up.
12%. You might be chasing cars before it's over with tonight.
It's kind of the goal, I guess.
Yeah, good. Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna go and meet one of your co-hosts of Feeling Lucky on next Thursday, down in Charlotte. Man, I'm looking forward to hanging out with Big Daddy in Charlotte, raising hell in Bank of America Stadium.
I am a part of your guys' group chat, and I have severe FOMO right now. Like, you guys are gonna have so much fun. You guys are gonna love each other and just have so much fucking fun, and I'm so jealous. I'm sad that he gets to meet you before I do, but I'm also I'm excited. You guys will really tear it up. He's a huge football fan. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm jealous. That's all I can say.
Well, I told him in the text today that I hope he can fight, because we're setting like 50-yard line behind ECU and row 2, so we will be raising absolute hell at Bank of America Stadium.
Just like Big Rick, Big Daddy's name is not ironic. He is a large man. It's about 6'5", 300 something plus. He's a big boy. So I think he'll be fine. Yeah, well, I guess that's some people call him Daddy.
Yeah,
not any children. But
he's been a daddy. Yeah, he's been a daddy to few people.
Yeah, mostly women, and
I never got that.
What are you gonna do? Oh,
Hoppy, you got to listen to Feeling Lucky episodes every once in a while.
I've listened to a few, but I can't listen to them if the kids are anywhere in earshot.
No. Within the same area code.
My kids are always here. This is the only time I have off.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to listen to a Feeling Lucky episode with kids around.
I've tried.
Someone
and I
tweeted
keep,
that
running
at
to
us
my
once.
phone, hitting pause.
I forget who it was, but they put it on in the car with their kid first time and instantly regretted it.
Big mistake.
Don't do that. It's a PSA. No kids around.
Well, good to have you back, Lucky. What is this? Were you on last week? You were on last week, weren't you? A couple weeks in a row now?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, a couple weeks in a row. Good to have you back.
Of course, glad to be here.
All right, let's go talk to Big Daddy. Big Daddy.
No.
Big Rick.
Slinger.
Big Rick down there, and Big Daddy. See, there's too many bigs going on tonight.
I know what my name is. That's all that matters, right?
We got Big Rick, the slinger of suds and purveyor of good times from Central 28 Beer Company. Now, Big Rick, you're going to have to tell me a little bit about that title. What is it that you actually doing down there in Central 28 Beer Company?
I sling suds and I have a fucking good time. So
nice.
I'm the area sales representative for the brewery. I go and I drive a fuck ton, and then I show up at places and they're like, "Ew," and I'm like, "Okay, sorry, I'll put the mask back on." and then they eventually let me in, and I sell them some beer.
Nice. It's got to be pretty easy with a good product like Central 28 Beer Company is putting out. But before we get too far into what you're doing at Central 28 and the beer company, Big Rick, what was the first beer you ever drank, and how old were you?
All right, so my mom actually had a friend come through to the house when I was a grom, and he brewed his own beer. And I remember it was a lager beer, and the only way that he could store it was in a 2-liter bottle of what I'm going to assume used to be Sprite. And he poured it in there, and he brought it through and shared it with my mom and everything. I was like, "Yeah, Mom, I want to try some." And then freaking, I tried it, and I was like, it's horrible. But then, thinking back, and remembering that smell and remembering the flavor profile, not that it was like super duper distinct, but I knew that he brewed a lager,
Yeah.
So I can say legitimately that that I might have been like somewhere between 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, we all have parents.
If you want to ask about the first time I ever got drunk, that's
Hey.
another story.
Well, now I do.
Well, now I need to hear the story. Let's go.
So I was 8.
Oh my
And
gosh.
my sister went to, no, it might have been 10 actually. She went to whatever birthday that she had over at this place in Orlando that used to exist called the Bubble Room. And they actually made real legitimate rum cake, right? So I got up and I was 10 years old, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to have some fucking cake because chocolate cake in the fucking refrigerator, and I'm a fat little
Big Rick.
And I started eating cake, and I was like, oh my god, this cake tastes fucking horrible, but it's good at the same time. Oh my gosh. And then there I was watching Little Mermaid or something like that at like 8 in the morning, and my mom's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, how you tell me?
Yeah, she grew legs somehow.
Yeah. So Big Rick, were your story kind of differs from everybody else? Everybody else's first beer is like a domestic beer, right? Yours, you go right out of the park and you're drinking a home brew your first beer. So it's kind of tough for us to climb the craft beer ladder with you when your first beer was a home brew. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So if this brings us back to center, every beer I drink after that for quite some time was just shit.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah.
I think we might have a little delay going on. Is anybody?
Yeah,
No, I think we're pretty. It might just be you, Jay.
Oh,
There
okay.
might be a smooch of a delay.
Yeah.
We technical problems. Just another day on Hops News.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a live episode if we didn't have some sort of technical problems going on. So, Big Rick, you go from your first beer being a homebrew back in your hometown there. What was kind of your journey into the beer industry from there? How do you go from that 8-year-old that's drinking a homebrew lager to now working in the beer industry?
So I got out of high school and I was working with kids initially, and then I continued to work with kids over the next couple of years. I was actually a nanny, and then like about the time that I turned 21-ish, I ended up getting a gig over at Ron John Surf Shop. They had one in Orlando, so I was like, okay, it's only a 75-minute drive from UCF to iDrive because I-4 and essentially like
Yeah.
she knows.
Unfortunately.
So I left that and I ended up going into being a bouncer, and while I was being a bouncer, I would have my nights off and I'd go over to this little beer bar that used to exist down the street from me called Underground Blues. It was right across the street from UCF, and I didn't know what the hell I was drinking. I was just drinking things just to drink them, and I was 22 at the time, and I just kind of kept going from there. And over time, I ended up going to Red Light when that first opened up back in 2005, when it was above the Front Bakery in downtown Winter Park, and then and I was bouncing back and forth between Red Light, and Underground Blues, and every now and then I'd go to like some random spot in downtown Orlando that had craft beer, and just kind of went from there. I ended up being let go / quitting at the same time from Independent Bar, and I ended up getting a gig over at Underground Blues. And when I got that gig, I ended up freaking just like diving into beer. And the first beer that like I think I really got into that was not like anything that I was drinking was a saison, and it was Le Chouffe Blonde, and God, just so fucking good. And it is why to this day, every time I see a saison on at a brewery, I will order that first.
You don't see a lot of people who are like that, who are like their first thing was a saison and that's like their first love. Most people, are kind of like lagers, this, and so that's kind of an interesting take. And man, who doesn't love a good saison too? Oof.
Dude, yeah. And think about it, man. Like, you get this like really nice, like kind of grassy, earthy tone, a little bit of funk, that like easygoing profile, and it's hot as hell in Florida. The beer, the Sunshine Greetings that you guys are drinking, we brew that beer for like the 947 days of summer that we have. So like, if you think about how like refreshing that is, and then you like throw in a saison, and you're like, oh my gosh, the saison is so refreshing for how hot it is outside. Yeah, that's where it's at, baby. I'm all about that all day.
Maybe hell isn't so bad after all, because it's hot as fuck down here.
Goddamn right. It's dark and hell is hot.
I'm just jealous you live in Idaho.
I am. I see. That's the thing is, I moved from Florida thinking I was going to be in, New England for a while. I could still be kicking on the beach right now. You never trust the government, people. Never trust the government.
So I actually have
some experience.
So I gotta say, my favorite place actually to drink Central 28 beer is Epcot. You guys do some great little like beers for all the festivals. So when you guys do that, do you also have them in the tap room?
From time to time, yes, we do. So we actually ended up brewing Sunshine Greetings for Epcot originally. It was in the Flower and Garden Show or section of the Food and Wine Fest. So hence the reason why there's hibiscus and orange peel in that product. And
nice.
And so that right there was, I believe, either the second or third beer that we had brewed for them. And it like we actually brewed quite a few beers for them. I think we're up to about like 8 or 9 now. And so if you go to Epcot now, you can actually get the Groveland Road over there, and it crushes, man. It's a blood orange IPA that we make. It's delicious.
I think that's the one in the Odyssey building. I'm not sure, but if you watch our video on Hops News YouTube, I did a whole video on finding the beer, so it's definitely on there. But the Waff Ale, that one was my favorite. I think that was at Food and Wine one year. I love that one.
Yep, that was at Food and Wine. Well, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I really like the double at Christmas time too, the Belgian double.
Yes, that's my favorite things. So that's a Belgian double.
Yeah.
We obviously use Belgian yeast. Belgian candy sugars, orange peel, allspice, and cinnamon for that as well.
Oh, that sounds so good.
That sounds heavenly.
It's pretty magical.
Straight up. Oh, my.
Especially when you get it and then you go listen to Neil Patrick Harris tell the story of Christmas. It's fucking magical, man.
Wait, what?
Wait. Oh, is this what you usually do? That you were telling us about this last year, weren't you?
Yeah, well, because at
Neil
Epcot,
Patrick
what they
Harris
do is...
tell the story of Christmas?
Yeah, it's magical. So they have at Christmas time, they didn't do it last year because of COVID, but usually because Epcot constantly has a festival going on, and that's what Rick's talking about. They specially brew them for different festivals. So at Christmas time, like it's usually right after Thanksgiving till about New Year's, there's just holiday-themed beers all over the World Showcase. Like you can even get like there's a jelly donut one for Hanukkah, and they do all sorts of different ones. It's really cool. And then in America is where they have a stage, and usually there's concerts going on. I mean, I've seen Gin Blossoms there, and Big Bad Voodoo Daddies, and Tiffany, and all sorts of people. But at Christmas time, they have different celebrities come. and literally read out of the Bible the story of Christmas, and then they have like Christmas songs, like a whole choir of like local high school kids mixed with cast members singing like, you know, your classic Christmas songs, and they have all this beer. So you drink all the holiday beer and you listen to the story of Christmas. I've seen Neil Patrick Harris, Lieutenant Dan, Whoopi Goldberg, and it's just fucking magical.
If
I don't
that
know
doesn't
how else
get
to
you in the
describe it.
Christmas spirit, like,
I was
come
gonna
see
say.
me.
Right?
Because I got two hands.
Especially Lieutenant Dan.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Lieutenant Dan was awesome.
If
Yeah.
you're not out there, you know, drinking beers, getting in the Christmas spirit, I don't care if it's Florida and there's no snow. Like, God, I'm ready to go
It
hang
snows
Christmas
at
lights up
Disney.
right now.
You want to see snow? You go on Main Street, it snows. You want to go to Hollywood Studios, it snows when they do their Christmas
Of course it
fireworks.
does,
It
'cause
snows
Disney can do
in
anything.
Celebration.
I wouldn't mind
I have
snow
never
if it
seen
was
snow.
like 80 or 85 degrees.
Never seen
You've
real.
never really.
Wait,
Oh.
He's
in
not
your
the only
life?
person I know that's never seen
Big
snow,
Rick, come with
actually.
me. Come with me. I'm going to take you up to a place called Boston, Massachusetts. I'm going to get you a good Dunkin's iced coffee, and we're going to go frolic through the snow together.
Yeah, if
Or
you
go to
drink it
Treehouse.
at
You know what?
Dunkin's coffee.
You know what? Only in my underwear.
Hey, you know what? I've shoveled snow only in underwear. It doesn't matter. It is a magical place. Snow? Hell yeah. Man, if you've
It's
never
not
seen
that
it.
on.
great.
And then January hits, and you're like, all right, I'm tired of this shit now.
Yeah, once it's
The
there,
magic's
it's
gone.
there.
Like once Christmas comes and goes and New Year's comes and goes, you're like, all right, the snow can leave too. Like it's just mixed with dirt and sand at this point, and nobody
Yeah,
wants
you
it.
have to shovel twice and then you're over it for the rest of your life.
See, I can't imagine that. To me, I only see it when I'm on vacation, and then I come home. Like driving in it and stuff, that just sounds terrible.
Going on vacation
Yeah.
to see snow is just so mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, I know,
It's
right?
called going
I
snowboarding.
can't even. Oh, it's just.
Oh, because okay, I see what you're
Um,
saying. I thought you
I
were saying
can't
that was
imagine.
a bad vacation idea.
No,
Well,
just
this-
I mean,
the
I
fact
just
that you
can't
go on
even
vacation
imagine.
to see snow is
I've got
foreign
it
concept.
fucking 6 months out of the year. I wish I had it never. At Epcot. I wish I only had it at Epcot. After watching that video, Hoppy, that's honestly my goal in life. I want to come to Epcot with you and drink all of the beer.
I
That's
will
like-
do that any day of the week. I did it last week.
Okay.
so.
Perfect.
Big Rick, do you brew at all? Like, do you help brew any of the beer at the brewery, or strictly just a sales rep?
I'm just sales representative, so I wish I could say that I brewed. I have brewed a beer or two, but that's about it. And I really did it on these giant systems over here. And not particularly at this brewery, but I've done it one of the breweries I used to work for beforehand. And you know, I don't want to say it's effortless at that point, but there's a little bit of effortlessness. You know, that's like any other beer. It obviously takes time to brew said beer. I'm sorry that I hit the thing about the computer. But like it takes time to brew that beer. So like you have these things that you're supposed to do on the in between when it comes to a giant facility like this, where you're you know, like moving hoses and doing this and doing that, and you're just making sure that everything's streamlined for you, so that way when you're done making everything in the mash tun and getting ready to like basically like move all the beer from the mash tun to the brew kettle, and you're like kind of like hosing out all the grains
Yeah.
and malts and everything, and trying to get all those residual sugars out, right? That like it's easy and it's smooth, and you're just constant, and you're boom, 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 just knocking it all out. So it was simple in that aspect and in that light, right? You push a button afterwards when everything's in the brew kettle, and then all the I want to dance right now. Like I'm ready to dance to all this music in the background. So sorry, like,
No,
I'm ready.
it's okay.
Do it. There you go.
So, but what you call it? The like when you're moving everything from, or when everything's in the brew kettle. I mean, you're literally pushing a button. You're like, okay, these hops are going to boil for like, 90 minutes, and then we hook up this hose. We turn this thing. We have this hose hooked up over there to the fermentation tank. We've already dropped our yeast brick in the fermentation tank. Boom, push a button, and just wait for everything to move over. I mean, and I know that sounds so simple, because it sounds like I'm just pushing buttons and whatnot. But I will say that these guys back here kick their own asses every single day, like trying to just perfect the craft. And so like on my end, yes, I have brewed something. Have I dove down into, like what these guys do over here? Hell no. Hell no.
You just did the glamorous parts.
Can I ask you how tall you are? You stood up and you look like you're 8'5".
That's because I am. I am 8'5". I don't play basketball. I just dunk. I take the ball and I go.
Perfect. That's what I.
We need another big guy on my basketball team, so you might just be who we're looking for. Are you willing to relocate to Idaho from Florida?
Hey, you'll see snow.
Yeah, you'll get to see.
Yeah. I'll eat potatoes and look at snow.
We do other things like
you can drink beer up there too.
We drink beer and grow corn.
He did send us a picture one time of a huge truck full of potatoes. He's like the cliches.
You literally see potatoes driving around like in these trucks. Like after about this time of year, you'll start seeing tractor trailers hauling potatoes everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I need to go to Idaho this time of year so that way I can get my fair share of French fries.
And fried steaks? No, finger steaks.
Oh yeah, finger steaks. I didn't know.
Finger steaks.
Yeah.
Which is a weird saying for.
No.
What were the finger steaks again?
I guess there's some form of steak. I don't know. Tracy's the one who told us because I thought they were just like French fries. To be honest with you, Tracy was there's some form of coated steak, and it's like, isn't that just steak?
Well, finger steaks is the name of my new punk band.
I'm in for it.
Actually, that's amazing.
So Tracy's like the best person to travel with ever because I haven't gotten to really travel with her yet. But she works for like Google, so she plans these amazing trips and like she knows the city inside and out better than somebody who lives there, clearly. So she's the person to ask what to do. Apparently, no matter where you are, she'll tell you what's best to do in your city.
Yeah,
Tracy, my work computer doesn't allow me on Facebook, but if you're still watching, I'm really offended by how close you are with Mash and that we just haven't even talked at all. It's okay though, but
we're homies. What can I say?
Mash has never met her either. Actually.
I've never met her. I was actually supposed to came out here, but she's one of Lauren's 59 friends that Lauren seemed to have. Meanwhile, Annie and I are over here like, wow, we have 3 friends.
I know 3 people.
I was gonna say I literally have like 4.5. 4.5, and one of them is my dog. That's why.
Lauren's like, yeah, I had 29 people here, and they're all my friends. And I'm like, wow, I don't even know that many people. And if I do, that's exhausting. Who has the effort?
Try being in beer sales.
See, that makes sense.
Probably knows everybody.
Rick. Especially with a name like Big Rick and being 8'5".
I know, and wearing like I just want to point out like the outfit too. Like that just invites everyone to come up. Like you just look like. You're setting a vibe that I just want to be around right now. So no wonder you've also got
all
like
I want to do is buy you
friends.
a beer.
I should tell
the
this story of when you met my dad, actually. So Rick met my dad a couple months ago. So my friend Jessica texts me and she's like, "Hey," because I've met Rick a few times at he's at beer fests a lot. What are you, a purveyor of goods, a slinger of suds?
Slinger of suds.
Okay, so he was slinging suds at Beer Fest. So I've seen him doing that more than once, and beer tastings at a liquor store somewhere. So I've met him a handful of times, and then so Jess is like, "Oh, I was talking to Rick. He wants to come on your podcast because she pimps us out all the time. She's always like, hey, my friend has a podcast. You should go on it."
I
hit Rick up and was like, "Hey, you should come on the podcast."
My friends don't even know we exist.
Not all of mine listen. I text them all today. There's an Orlando brewery on. You better come. So now they're all texting me pictures of my face on here saying I'm famous and that our video's glitching. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Love it.
But so
here's the glitchy video.
Yeah, we get the
I'll
audio.
fix it later and put it on YouTube. But
I sound better than
glitchy video. Wide receiver. Ohio State.
So my dad sends me a text like a week later of a picture with Rick. And I guess it was a wine festival, though, but you were the only brewer there, I believe? Or maybe it was liquor? I'm not even sure what it was.
It was a liquor fest.
Okay.
So it's National Distillery Day.
Ah.
And it was around Margaritaville up in Daytona.
Which my dad just moved to.
So, yes.
You just
yes. So
belong in Margaritaville for the rest of your life.
I know.
You just shout Margaritaville. Oh, my God.
Who doesn't want to be in Margaritaville? I mean, come on. There's cheeseburgers.
Kidding.
Their
Don't
pool
care
is
about it.
unfreaking
Cheeseburgers,
believable.
liquor, like that. I'm telling you, you're setting the vibe that I need to be around. Like the rest of
We
my
went to
life.
lunch there, and the conga line they had going on was unbelievable. This is where you want to retire.
Guess who's
Okay.
at the front of it? Big Rick and his
God,
fucking
Leading
8'5"
the
self.
conga line.
Getting the Cougars.
Okay. So let me tell you about that. The first beer fest that I ever worked at that particular location, there was a 55-year-old lady that literally started manhandling me. You know, like in front of
Can you
everybody,
blame
and
her?
like you know, when you're in this industry, you fucking know everybody. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so, like, here I have all my like distribution company reps, like, ha ha ha, look at Rick, ha, ha, he's getting accosted by this chick, and she's up slapping my boobs and like grabbing my junk and everything, and then like finds my business card and it's like, oh, what's that? And I was like, you know, client cards, and she pulls one out and she's like, is this your number? And then started hitting me up for like the next 3 months.
Oh my god.
You need to call him
Yeah.
Big Dick
Yeah.
Rick, am I right?
Yeah, no, no.
8'5" of Rick getting handled by this lady.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but yeah, no, but you know, the crazy thing was is that like she was hitting me up for a long time, and I was like, oh my god, just stop.
Just no means
Stranger
no.
danger.
Yeah. So I was working the Distillery Fest, and Margaritaville was supposed to give me all the things that I needed to make a cocktail that we make out of the Sunshine Greetings. All right. So it was supposed to be spiced rum, Campari, Cointreau, pineapple juice, lime juice, and a dash of bitters. Right. So I was gonna make just an entire batch of this shit, and I was like so ready to go and so ready to do my thing. And so I show up and I'm like, all right, where's all the rum? And they're like, you didn't bring it? And I'm like,
Oh
no.
Oh, Rick.
So I'm the only person there that's pouring beer out of fucking Distillery Fest. And I'm like, would you like to try my beer? It's on tap.
Everyone's like, no.
Meanwhile, my dad's like, I found a brewery at a Distillery Fest. And I'm like, awesome. And I'm like, hey, I know him.
Oh man.
So funny.
It's
I
so
love
good.
that
It's so
when-
good.
I love that when a 55-year-old hits you up for 3 months straight. Shit, it's just like, it's kind of cute, but when I do it, I get a restraining order. Too bad.
You're in the wrong industry.
Apparently
Right,
so.
I'm the
Hey,
wrong.
you beer industry where
Age and
55-year-old
gender.
ladies just want to just grab your Drunkenmatrons.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
need to switch jobs.
Is Jay still here with us? What happened to Jay? Jay, are you alive over here?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. There's just not
Oh
enough
my
room on the
God.
main screen, so
Well, you've been awfully silent. I'm like,
He's
oh
just
god,
a
did
voice
he
of
died?
God.
He
Voice
died
of
off
God
camera.
talking
He's one of
over
those
us.
like deaths in the movie that
Like
just
Morgan
happens off
Freeman.
camera.
Like fell off that balcony.
What happened to Jay? Yeah, well, you know, in between parts 2 and 3, that was it.
well it's
Cigar lit the entire
That's
patio.
I
on
am
fire.
gay. You do not know where I'm at, but boy,
well, it's
We
pretty
all
bad
know
when you're
him.
not on camera and involved in the conversation. The beers go down quicker, so I'm working on my like third one now.
Oh my
I'm almost
god.
there. I'm at the end of 2.
I'm about to grab a number 2 from me. Actually.
I was
With
on
this. I
one
had a
still.
12%.
Well, Hoppy's on.
beer,
Hoppy's
so-
on number 2. Let's go check in with Hoppy. Hoppy, what are you working on there now?
I actually have another Central 28 one, Upriver Pale Ale. It's just a nice, easy
That's what I'm
drinking
drinking.
pale ale.
It's got a
Nice.
beautiful color to it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
That's my
got it in
next
my
one.
sweet glass.
yeah.
That's what I had.
Oh, that's a good looking pale ale.
Pop's Geek
Yeah, it
News
is.
glass.
Nice.
yeah, I wish I would
Smash.
have known that you were sending some beer out, by the way. I would have gotten you some freshies.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
Ah, next time.
Girl, I know a guy that knows a guy that robs.
Come on, Lauren. Jeez, you let us all down. You cost the game.
Well, I thought about it. I was like, I wish your brewery was closer because the only other local brewery we've had on is Ivanhoe. And so the week Ivanhoe was on, I went there and like bought everything they owned because I was so happy that a local brewery was coming on our podcast. But I've only, you know, I had said before, I've only been to Central 28 once because they're up in DeBary, which is probably, what, an hour? Because I'm over in East Orlando by UCF. So probably an hour
Girl,
from
that's
here.
35 minutes. I'm on
Is it
University
that
between
close?
Dean and Ralph. Yep.
Oh, so you're
417,
close. No, you're right
baby.
by Jeff's.
Wow, you could have taken me to this
Fuck outta
brewery
here.
this whole time too. That's crazy. Wow.
So my dad, though, I finished my ale trail there. So if anybody ever comes to Orlando, they're still doing this,
I
right?
did come to Orlando.
You weren't gonna have time to do all the
Literally
breweries,
just
though.
in
We
So you
could
do all
have.
the breweries, and then you get a growler, and then you get $1 off your growler. So I finished mine at Central 28, and now I guess my dad's closer to the brewery than I am. So I will definitely be hitting you guys up more soon.
Wow.
He's about the same distance away.
Then it's a perfect middle ground meetup.
No, I'm glad Big Rick's here because
Absolutely.
he's just disproving all of your excuses right now.
Right.
I like
He's
to
just
call
like
that.
flinging
all
Like
your
excuses
excuses
out
to
here.
not
He's
go
like,
to a
no, no, no,
brewery,
no, no.
please.
You're
Unreal.
exactly 33.3 minutes away, all right? And if you take this
33
road,
minutes.
I'm on my
adds
way.
an extra 30 seconds. Like,
Yes,
goodness
we did a
gracious.
Persimmon Hollow in DeLand, and then you guys in DeBary the same day. That was a fun day. And then we watched Deadpool 2 in the movie theater. That was an awesome day.
Man, the long
Hobby, I think you've run out of
So,
screen time now.
if you
Everybody's a little bit
are-
pissed off at you already. So let's go. Mash, are you drinking something different? Or are you drinking the same one?
Nope, I'm still drinking Upriver. I'm just sipping along because
I
I
think-
wanted to relish it.
Nerd.
I think Lucky's got a different one. Lucky, what you sipping on? What you added up there? God
is
damn, you
my,
already.
uh,
Hey, you already crushed that 12%er.
Jay, don't fucking judge me. Jesus Christ.
Let me live. This is my
Man,
This
you
is my
are gonna be
last
fucked
fuck
up
over.
before the end of the night. What are you drinking there?
this is my last fuck COVID in my fridge. It's the 2.0, so it's the good one, the hazy. That's Ale Asylum. Ale Asylum
Yeah.
did the fuck COVID series a while ago.
Hey, we actually might be working with them through Bottle Share here soon.
Dude, Ale Asylum is
We are in
awesome. They
contact
do
with
a
them
lot
and
of
Sierra
good
Nevada,
stuff.
actually.
Yeah.
Sierra Nevada you're in contact with?
Nevada.
Yes.
Holy
Good
shit.
Lord.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Both are huge. I know this fuck COVID thing was very big for a while. There's an
A bear
ambulance
outside
right
your
outside
place?
of my window. No, there's an ambulance. It's just like right outside of my window.
I thought he was going to say snow.
I think your liver called him.
Yeah, honestly, it will be needing an ambulance after tonight. After I go and do fucking stand up at 9:30.
Take your happy hour
Jesus.
vitamins.
I will. I promise.
I just
will.
took mine.
I got a fresh set like last week, so they are a necessity every time I go out.
Big Rick, how about you? You working on number 2 yet, or are you still sipping on the same one?
I like that when he holds the glass, it looks like a
I
taster.
got 3.
Oh wow, nice.
He's like, 2, yes. 2.
Like, actually, I'm waiting for someone to bring me my fourth.
Yeah, actually, I am.
Man, he's
Oh,
making
it's
us
too
look
good.
bad. I gotta finish this.
Well, I had planned to have
Right,
2.
you judge me for 112%er. Meanwhile, Big Rick is on fucking number 15.
Well, actually, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
I guess this is a good time. I want Brew Witch fell off, so she wants us to plug something real quick. She wants us to plug the Beer Under Glass Festival. That's this Friday from 3 to 6 at the Garfield Conservatory in Chicago. And she's going to be there doing Hops News things. So if you're in Chicago, get to that festival.
Man, that's awesome. Brew Witch is doing some. She's got some traveling she's done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's all over. Like
Who?
She was
Brew
with
Witch
us,
just- yeah, she just disappeared.
and then she disappeared.
The
Jeez.
We got to pour one out for
Brew
her.
Witch as in... On. Brew Witch as in Bridget?
No. Brew Witch, it's her, because we all
Okay.
have nicknames. It was the, Annie was just here.
It's our
and her
made-up
name's Brew
names,
Witch.
like in Marvel.
Yeah.
Big Rick gave her another nickname, Brew Wench.
That's
I
what,
Brew Witch at first. I was like,
that's
No
what I
brew
call the
wench.
girls that come over. Brew wenches.
No, she's Brew Witch.
No,
like,
actually, Lucky, I feel like that was
witches
the
were
girl that you
breweries.
took to the brewery and didn't have a good time. It was
Yeah.
a brew wench.
That's the interns. That's the feeling lucky interns.
Ooh, what is that one you're pouring?
Oh, it's weird.
this is a freshly canned Hullabaloo Fest beer.
Oh, a fest beer.
Oh, that's
So-
beer.
yes.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So this was just canned today. So I had one of the leftover cans that I might have dropped before I put it in the refrigerator. and I'm drinking that right now. So this is a classic German fest beer of Bavaria. Hullabaloo has a rich and toasty malt character, balanced by a slightly more than tradition dose of spicy German hops. Smooth, drinkable, and full flavor. So this comes in at 6% ABV.
Nice.
So
that's a good smooth drinker. Look at that thing. That thing's beautiful.
Doesn't it look like he's holding a taster glass?
Pretty.
It literally is like Andre the Giant right now.
So,
Right? Like
It's like the
8'5" was
opposite
a
of the
pretty
Whopper
reasonable
commercials.
guess.
Like I'm 6'4" and not many people can make me feel small, but I got a feeling that I'm gonna look like a dwarf if I ever meet you in person.
You're 6'4" as well?
I am.
Okay, well, you know what?
He's-
High five.
There we
He's
go.
not
Look at
actually
that.
8 feet.
No, in my mind he's 8 feet,
Yeah.
8'5". So that's just the story we're going
It's
with.
fine. You know, we'll work with it. You know. So, this has a beautiful like amber profile to it as far as the color's concerned, and just the nose on that is just reminiscent of a fucking fest beer, man. You know, like nice, easygoing, light malt character, well, not over the top malt characteristic, which is what I like.
It looks really
Tastes
pretty.
better when they go through your nose first and then in your mouth.
Yeah, that's
But
It's like a really good time of year.
Big
Like,
Rick.
I'm here for the
Preach.
pumpkin fall beers, but I'm also here for all the Oktoberfest that are happening and all the amazing Marzens and Fest beers that are going to be out there.
Is Oktoberfest the best time of year for beer? I love Oktoberfest season.
I mean, I love pumpkin beer season.
I'm
but,
gonna
you know,
say
Well, it's the same thing. It runs
it might as
together.
well
That's
be.
like
It might as well
kind
be.
of-
Yeah.
That's why it's like all of the cool stuff that comes out around fall. I love Oktoberfest. Pumpkins.
This is
I'm a
why
fan of.
fall is the greatest time of year.
That's basic is showing.
so.
Just saying. I was going to wear
What
a
I'm
scarf
gonna
tonight, but I
say-
chose not to.
Is that I think that the beer community over an elongated period of time said, why the fuck do we only have to release beers during the fall and like maybe during the spring? Like why can't we release products year round, right? So in all actuality, the entire year is the best time of year for beer, depending on what style of beer you want. There's so many people that release hazy IPAs or just IPAs just in general that I mean, every day is IPA day. I feel like
Not agree more.
same thing goes for Big Bad Imperial Stouts and sours now, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has a sour. Everyone has a stout that they took a unicorn and they were just like shoving multiple like delicious items up its ass. And then you got this guy with like a 7-foot long curly Q mustache, and he's got like one of those mandolins, and he's like shaving the unicorn like after it's been festering for like a week and a half, just like, but once every like 37 seconds on the dot, just one shave, and then he goes through and he lightly sprinkles like Salt Bay that into the actual like brew kettle, and then that's like our next new bad beer that everyone has to go hype machine about on the secondary market. Oh my gosh, this 12-ounce can goes for like $47,
Oh.
You gotta have that
big
fire
But I
can art too, though.
Yeah,
That is
and
true.
I have to pay like some sort of artist that like can draw the most crazy shit ever. Like all the
You had
money.
to do the picture of the shoving the fist at the
Yes.
unicorn ass.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yes.
that would be amazing can art.
That's the name of my new Star Wars called 50 Unicorns. So,
I think we just came
So-
out with Central 28's next beer.
Can Deadpool be like riding like the unicorn while you're doing this? Because that would be amazing.
yeah, I'm actually reaching back. I'm like, yeah! So,
Oh, you're killing me.
I feel like though, in all actuality, the Oktoberfest season and the winter season is the best time for beer, and it's because you take all of the crazy, nonsensical innovation that exists. And I love it. Don't get me wrong, right? I'm a fan of some of these beers. I love it. I'll drink it all day, every day. But like, you take all these like out of the whack, innovative stuff, and you go true to style. And that's the best part about just Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
It's like we have to go more true to style. We want to brew a fest beer. We want to brew something that everyone's familiar with, and not just your fucking oh my gosh, I'm gonna print up 77 tickets for Cigar City's like 2014 Hunapoo Day because I grew 2 neck beards in one season, and I'm gonna then like go to the gate first and then let everyone get in off shitty tickets, and now I'm gonna promote like my snobbery by claiming I love my fucking unicorn stuffed beers.
I have many a Hunapoo in my fridge, and they're fan-fucking-tastic.
That they fucking are.
They really are. They're so good. And they even get better.
Yeah.
It's like, how? I mean, ugh. Yeah. You want to not like the hype beers, but they're hyped for a reason, too. But it's true.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree. Like, having a good... Because, I love my super hazies, and I love my imperial stouts aged on bourbon barrels. But Oktoberfest season comes around, and it's like, Castle Church does a great one. And they'll even, I don't know if they're doing it this year, but in the past, they're like, bring anything that's less than like 2 gallons, and we'll fill it with our Oktoberfest. And it was phenomenal, just amazing, just Marzen. It was just so good. But yeah, you're right. It's just sometimes nice to get back to basics.
Kent is a badass motherfucker. That's why.
Oh, yeah. He knows his shit, and he's been around the block a few times.
So, Kent and Nolan both used to work over at freaking Crooked Can together. So Kent from Castle Church and Nolan from Oviedo Brewing Company.
So I believe it was Kent who we did a beer for Girls Pine Out. We brewed a beer with why am I blanking? But he helped us, and he was like so knowledgeable, and he's like, okay, we're gonna do this now because it's this and this, and he knew his stuff inside and out. He was really cool.
And he's your like typical like 50-year-old like stoner that he's like, yeah.
Yes.
And dude, we're gonna.
Yeah, that was Kent.
We're gonna brew a beer.
Yeah.
He's just like that. I fucking love Kent.
But we did it with
Nolan on top of that.
Bryn was the one that helped us. So she's over at Motorworks now, though, but she was at Castle Church.
Who?
Bryn.
I'm sure I know her.
You probably do.
So if I'm the
delay on YouTube. Oh, sorry. I was just saying I'm watching us on delay on YouTube, and right now Big Rick is going like this with no sound, and oh my god, it's so funny. Go back and watch it. Just the exaggerated face, just it's so fucking funny.
I can't wait till I watch it on YouTube later.
Make sure it's muted.
So if I'm the manager of Central 28 Brewing, I'm sending Big Rick in to make us shelving space inside the local grocery store. Because if you go in and start clearing out space, who's going to tell you no?
Every manager from Publix, and then they'll kick me out.
Everybody in Publix?
Oh yeah. You don't.
Publix
you don't
doesn't fuck around.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they will cut you. They're like, they have a deli slicer sharp as fuck, and then they start slicing ham.
But everybody else is fair game, other than Publix.
Oh yeah, fuck everyone else. Fuck them. I'll be like, you get away, and I hand smooch their face, and I'm just like, yeah.
Nice.
So
Publix is like, no subs for you. Next.
No more pub subs.
Those Look, do I look like I eat pub subs? Hell no. I eat those motherfucking chicken tenders.
Oh, what about chicken tender sub day?
Chicken
You ever had a chicken tender sub up from Publix?
Yes.
I have not.
Okay, so here's my idea for a stoner sub from Publix, right? You get your white bread, you get you get some mashed potatoes, and you smear it on there like it's freaking mayonnaise, right? You add your
mashed potatoes or the potato salad?
Mashed potatoes.
Okay, because they've really
you don't want to have to try. Like,
okay.
you just want you want good. So, then you put your chicky tendies on there, right? And then you go through and you top it with nothing but mac and cheesy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There's a reason why I'm fat.
Reason reason why they call
Those
me
chicken
Big
tenders
Rick.
though are no joke. They're amazing.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
got to get the honey mustard sauce too to dip them in. It's fantastic.
Oh yes, girl. You know what? Fist bump. Boom.
All right, let's go get parting shots. I still got a couple of questions I'm going to ask Big Rick that I'll ask when we get to him. Let's go get parting shots. And what do we have to look forward to? Hoppy.
So parting shots is I just opened a Calusa Dark Mild Ale, which is fantastic because all their beer is. On Geeks, we just dropped an episode about Polka Dot Man and Shark King from Suicide Squad. And tonight we are going to be doing our Shang-Chi comic book origin episode. So that will drop on Monday just in time for the movie. So lots of origin on Shang-Chi.
It's Shang-Chi, but, you know, tomato.
Shang-Chi. See, that's already what I fucked up on. We have a whole segment of what we fucked up on the week before, so I can already throw that on there. And we're going to be talking about a little...
Sorry.
Yeah, this episode will release on Monday, just in time for the movie to drop on Thursday.
Yes.
Movie drops on Thursday. That's what I was asking.
It officially comes out September 3rd, but they'll release it the night of September 2nd.
Yeah, Thursday 6 p.m.s are always the first showings.
Yeah, they used to make us wait till midnight.
It looks so good. Sorry.
No, you're good. So I did a little research on the 10 rings and all that, so we'll have all that fun origin stuff. And that's about it.
Nice. Looking forward to that one. Let's go check in with Lucky. Lucky, parting shots. What do we have to look forward to from the Feeling Lucky crew?
You see my face right now? That's the ambulance. The red, blinking on my face. I live in a old retirement home, basically.
Is it Margaritaville?
And people just die
I'm old.
It's just yeah, basically.
Wait a minute. You live in a retirement village?
Do you live with your grandma?
That's what they told me when I moved in. It's it's basically a retirement home, but anybody can live here. It's
Dude,
just all
live
old people.
in the best place for stories possible.
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing. It's so much fun. I have so much fun here, but at least once a month somebody dies and there's a ambulance right outside my door. It's crazy.
Can come in and pay rent.
Yeah, right. Parting shots. Feeling lucky this week. We had Big Daddy back. I honestly don't even remember. Oh, we talked about JJ saw a wedding party brawl, and it was one of the craziest videos I've ever seen in my life. Go check out Feeling Lucky Pod on Instagram. It will be up probably tomorrow. If it's not up already, I'll tell them to post it tonight or tomorrow. That'll be up next week. We'll be talking about who knows what. We're just having fun right now. The Bucks talk is over. We are on to the Milwaukee Brewers, and we'll definitely be talking about Big Daddy and Jay meeting up. I'm super jealous of that. That'll be a fun topic of conversation, and it'll be an interesting twist into the saga of Big Daddy moving down to North Carolina. So, yeah, we're having a lot of fun. We talk about a bunch of random stuff. We talked about OnlyFans not allowing porn stars on the episode that dropped yesterday. I know, and then literally today, this morning, when our episode dropped last night, they said that they're allowing it again. So, just disregard that segment. We'll talk about it again next week, I'm sure. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. We'll be talking about my stand-up. I've been doing a lot of, or not a lot, I did one stand-up, but I'm going to keep doing a lot of stand-up, and so we'll keep talking about that, and maybe we'll try to workshop some jokes and stuff on there. Just having fun.
Yeah, I think the people in charge of OnlyFans finally had to realize, hey, the only way we get paid is because of a lot of fucking goes on our website. So I think they went back to the drawing board on that decision and decided, hey, porn isn't too bad after all. Yeah. That's how we get paid here at OnlyFans.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure they stopped it for maybe a day, or they finally did the math and realized how much money they would lose if they lost that chunk of their income, and it would be all of it. It would literally be all of it. So
yeah,
that's why the internet was invented.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
It's an interesting.
The only thing I use it for. I use it for that and for this podcast. So.
I was going to say you're on this podcast right now.
check a surf report. But
You
that's
check
about
the
it.
surf report.
The surf report.
We don't
Let's
have
go,
that up here in Wisconsin.
Let's go check in with Mash. Mash, parting shots. What do we have to look forward to?
Well, parting shots. Lauren covered geeks, pretty much everything. I can't think she left anything out. I don't think she did. She covered it all.
Wow,
So
I
I'm
usually
just
leave
gonna
something out.
plug old bottle share there. That's like I said. If you are a fan of philanthropy, like we are on this podcast, and you like helping people out, then this is the nonprofit where we give back to the craft beer community. We take care of people who are in need, especially in the craft beer community. It's the first nonprofit for that community. So check out Bottle Share everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check us out. And hey, if you're listening out there and you brew beer, let's talk. Let's partner up. Let's brew a beer for a good cause at some point. Let's get that going. And 2 weeks, Colorado, Denver will be there. I might be there, probably not. But we have a couple guests coming on from there in a couple weeks, and then geeks, we're just grinding, man. We're doing crazy. It's crazy the amount of just support that we've had for geeks. So thanks for everyone for listening.
Nice. Good stuff coming out of Geeks. Big Rick, I got a couple of questions for you. Central 28 Beer Company. What's your styles? What are you guys known for?
So obviously the Sunshine Greetings, the hibiscus orange peel wheat beer, that's one of our heavy hitters, and the Upriver American Pale Ale, that's the other heavy hitter. So those two kind of duke it out for first place week over week when it comes to sales. And then what do you call it? We have a beer called Show Pigeon, which is our IPA, and it's the motherfucking bomb, son. I mean, I can't describe it any other way outside of that. It was actually named after a pigeon that flew into our brewery for 30 days. And it like our head brewer was like, get that thing the fuck out of here. That's a fucking rat with wings. And everyone was like, no, it's staying. It teeth out its chest and show its colors, and then kind of like waddle around a little bit and kind of do its thing. And then be like, there's many breweries like this brewery, but this brewery is my brewery. Yeah. So, it was pretty fucking cool. And we have an oatmeal brown ale called Miss Mary's Oatmeal Brown Ale.
Yes, that one's good.
It's fire as well. And then we have our Underduck Lager, which is also very amazing. And to say the least, I don't ever hesitate coming into the brewery and saying, hey, lager, I want a lager like I mean it. So, we've got 5 core brands, but we also have some badass shit that we just released, sometimes only here at the brewery, and we have a new release once every month. So definitely come check us out. We're in DeBary, Florida. We're just north of Sanford. Go hang out with our one of our previous owners, Dan St. Pierre, over at Tuffy's. He actually owns the space where the brewery was originally supposed to be. So,
I didn't know you guys were going to be in Sanford.
Oh yeah, Tuffy's Bottle Shop. That's where the brewery was supposed to be at originally. So,
wow.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, anybody not familiar with Orlando, if you come here for a beercation, you 100% have to go to Sanford because it's walking distance to Tuffy's Bottle Shop, 3 other breweries, an amazing German restaurant. I mean, it's all walking distance. It's amazing. You'll end up leaving trashed after going to all these places and you're wearing a dirndl because they sell authentic dirndls and lederhosen as well. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's pretty dope. Definitely check out if we're going to do shots really fast. I'll check out Libation Collective on Facebook. That is the beer group that I run. I do a lot of beer news on there. I also do bottle shares once a month. Because of COVID right now, we're not really doing anything. I'm trying to be more on the safe side. But once a year, we do a Sanford summer pub crawl where I pick 5 different places and we just pub crawl from place to place to place. And it's super duper fun. I have, like I said, monthly bottle shares where I actually give beers away. We do raffles and whatnot. I go through and I find like really cool shit and I tend to buy it and throw it in with some of the raffle prizes. And I heard you guys talking about philanthropy earlier, so I tend to do a bike drive every single year, and we increase the amount of bikes that we purchase year over year from 30 to 60 to 80 to 100, and it might be a little difficult this year to get those bikes going, but anything's means the world to us. And then be sure to check me out on Facebook under the Libation Collective group, but then also hit me up on the Instagram, Big Rick 1228. Libation Collective has an Instagram as well, and then don't forget to check out my OnlyFans, Wet Like Bacon Smells, and
wait, what was that? One more time.
Sweat Like Bacon Smells.
Perfect. Found it.
Nice. That's awesome. So, Big Rick, you said you guys have a couple of releases on tap there. If the five of us was to belly up to the bar tonight at the tap room, what is it that you're going to pour right now as we sit down?
If I have any more of it left, we have a limited release cherry vanilla lager. If I know the Hullabaloo is going to be coming out here soon. We also have the what is it? The Trail Rider. Trail Rider's dope. It's our first hazy IPA. That shit is fire AF, son. Yes, come get it. Oh, girl, I might have a 6-pack at home.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll meet up, and yeah, dude, you just want to come through and drink all of our beers. They're fucking amazing, really, they are. I work for a pretty badass brewery. Our head brewer's got 28 years under his belt. He wasn't just a garage or a home brewer that, and nothing against them, but like he wasn't just a home brewer that was like, I'm gonna start a brewery, he's only been brewing beer for like 6 years or something like that. Like this guy knows his shit. He's a badass motherfucker. So, big ups to Jeff the Bishop.
Sounds tasty. You had me sold at cherry vanilla lager, man.
Dude, that sounds so fucking good. Hoppy,
sounds crushable.
Nasty things. Nasty things to do some of that in this Milwaukee area. Just so you're aware.
That's awesome. Hey, Big Rick, appreciate you joining us tonight, man. It's been great to chat with you. Look forward to having you on again, and maybe look forward to meeting you one day in person whenever we get down to the Orlando area for a Hops News reunion of sorts. I'm sure that'll be in our future at some point, but definitely appreciate your time tonight and hanging out with us.
Yo, man, don't tell me it was a good time because I'll have it always.
Yeah.
Just let me know if you guys ever want to come on through. We always got you. We'll always plan it out, that way I'm not doing like 27 other different things. I am the face of the brewery. And I don't know why, because there's a lot more attractive people that work here than me. So
yeah, nice. We definitely appreciate that. Hey, appreciate everybody else tuning in. Hops News wise, check us out. We'll be on Wednesday for our Wednesday episode, but Thursday, when we're down there with Big Daddy in Charlotte, if we're not too hammered before game time, we'll take a couple of minutes to go live, chat with Big Daddy, and check in from Charlotte before we get ready to kick off the Duke Mayo football games. I don't even know what they're calling that. I guess like a series there at the Bank of America Stadium. So check us out there. We'll be back Wednesday. I'm not sure what our episode will be about next Wednesday, but we'll definitely be back here. Follow these guys on all their social media platforms, and you can find us anywhere on social media and podcast at Hops News. Pretty easy to find us and follow us there. Definitely appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a hell of a night. Have a great night, and don't get too fucked up like Lucky's gonna get tonight.
Whoa! Yeah, you're probably right. What are you gonna do?
I mean, hey, you started with a 12%er.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
That's it. All right, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Have a great night. Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you guys. Cheers.
take
I don't
care.
know where to go.
Sweet.
There you go.
Thanks, Rick. I gotta,
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
I gotta
Anytime.
go to the bathroom. Lauren, I sent you our invite already. I gotta go to the bathroom wicked bad, so I'm
Okay.
hopping off so I can get this.
I'm gonna go figure out a set for fucking stand
Rick, dude, seriously,
Alright.
thank you so much.
Hey, no worries, no worries. And I'll get with Lauren, and I'll get you all some freshies, and go from there. You know,
Nice,
our beer's pretty fucking dope, so I think I can get a good 6-pack going.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Looking
That
forward
What's
to
berry
going
one
on?
you
Yeah,
mentioned,
I'm
yeah,
doing a
that
podcast right
one's a
now.
great one.
It's fine. I don't give a shit. You know, like the more the merrier right now.
They're ruining the podcast.
it. Look at him. It's like, what are we
These
doing?
people,
Hey.
this guy and these guys.
So,
All right.
Yeah, that's
later.
awesome. All right, guys. Have a good night. Appreciate you.
yeah.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much.
See
I'll
you guys.
definitely hit you up soon.
I'm okay with that. Be good.
Bye.